Today we're playing Proving Grounds, a game from Renegade Game Studios by Kane Klenko. In Proving Grounds, you play as Maya Strongheart, and you have been thrust into the Proving Grounds to prove your worth against a number of other gladiators in order to gain back your birthright. Anyway, that's how it works. It's a dice rolling, real-time game, so you're playing against the clock, and what you have to do is you have this arena of 6 warriors plus yourself, and you have to defeat them in turn by tactically choosing or at least rolling to see whether you attack them or not. To win, you have to defeat 8 other gladiators, and you lose when you die. The game uses an app from Renegade Games to keep track of the minutes and how many enemies you've defeated, so you know when you win and you know when you lose. You get 1 minute to roll the dice, which determines how many of your attacks lands and how effective they are. And you've only got 6 life in which to do it. There's also quite a cool exhaustion mechanic, which will affect how well you fight during the course of the game. So let's give it a go. The game starts when I roll all 8 of my starting dice, and each round is made up of about a minute. Let's go. Ready, set, go. Okay, so when I roll the dice here, I split them into sets by number, and I've got 2 1s, 2 6s, 2 4s, and a 2 and a 3. You see, I can't re-roll just single dice, but I can re-roll sets, and what I'm aiming for is sets of numbers, and they get attributed to the warriors here. So I'm looking here. I can't do much with these 1s because I need 3 1s, so I'm going to re-roll them straight off the bat. That's great. I got another 6, but not so good because I got a single 1. The 4s, they're okay. Oh, that's a 2 and a 3. I misread my dice. Nightmare. So I think I am going to re-roll my 4s. I've only got 20 seconds left. I got another 6. That's good stuff. Although I don't need them all, but I can't just re-roll 1. I got a pair of 3s now. Let's see if I get a 1 or a 2 on there. No, that is the worst possible roll. That's the worst thing that could have happened. Never mind. Okay, time's up. So you have to resolve all the dice that you rolled. If you attack with a single dice, that means you did no damage. Even worse, it means they got a good hit on you. And because all the enemies start at the bottom of their tracks, you go into that wound section there. So I've resolved my 1 dice there. And when I take a wound, I exhaust 1 dice. So this dice, this gets exhausted, goes into the exhaustion track here. I lose 1 health. You only have 6 health, that's bad news. And I reset the enemy battle marker. Okay, resolving the next dice, a really similar thing happens. I only attack with 1 die, so this dice gets exhausted, I lose a health, and reset that battle marker there. This is a really bad roll. Same thing happens with number 3. Lose that dice, lose a health. So when you get down to 3 health, as a little benefit, the game gives you 1 of these dice to go in your pool to help you out a little bit, which is good. That's the 3 resolved. The 4, again, lose a life, not going well. So at least I get back 2 dice, but I am on 1 health now. So that's bad news. Hurrah though, I have my 4 6s here, and that's going to go on our 6 slot. Escaping dice. So this guy here, I needed to roll at least 3 6s to hit him once, and then if I wanted to hit him again, I need 4 more 6s, and I've only got 1. So one of these dice, unfortunately, isn't that effective, but I got 1 hit in on guy number 6, and I don't take a wound from him. And I didn't attack number 5, but number 5 didn't attack me either, so I don't take any life damage from number 5. Okay, that is 1 round. So you can see, at least the game is kind of a little bit won or lost in the first round because I'm on 1 health. I've only done 1 damage because I had a pretty abysmal roll. But we can mitigate that slightly because now we can spend less time focusing on number 6, because even if he hits me, it doesn't do a wound, it just resets us back to where we were. And I can focus on some of the other guys. Okay, at the end of the round, I get back all these dice. And I get the bottom dice on the exhaustion track, and these all go down. I think that stack stays where it is. Or am I going like that? I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't matter for now. And then the last thing I do is if I had defeated any enemies, I draw a card, but I haven't. And then we're on to round 2. So, enemies defeated, 0. App keep counts for me there. Thanks, App, reminding me how badly I'm doing. And we'll go into the next round. Ready, set, go. So, I got 2 4s this time, 3 6s, a 5, a 2, and a 3. So, like I said, we're not too bothered about hitting that 6 guy again. We're more interested about not taking wounds from the others. So, I got 2 2s, 2 5s, a 6, and a 3. We don't want to take any wounds. We're on 1 health. So we can't afford to be attacking with singles. So I'm going to have to break up one of these sets, or re-roll one of these sets, to hopefully get there. I'm going to re-roll the 5s, because that guy's quite hard to hit. I got another 3. That's a set. But again, I'm not left with a set. Let's re-roll the 2s. Oh, okay, another 3. 2 6s. But again, I've still got this single, and I'm going to take a damage from that, and I would die. Let's re-roll the 4s. 2 3s, that's 5 3s. Which is good, but not great. Let's re-roll that. Ugh! Okay. I mean, it looks like I'm going to die, but you get the gist. So let's resolve these in order. The 2 ones, I've not reached the minimum requirement, but at least I'm not taking any damage there. I got a ludicrous number of 3s, so I've got 5 3s. And some of the enemies, they have text on the bottom of their card. So this guy, he says, green dice and yellow dice count as 2 dice towards this enemy. So to hit him for the first level, I just need 2 dice. So that's a green. I can use a yellow or a green for that. And then for the next level, I need 3 dice. So I can use a white and a green for that. And the final level, I would need 5, and I've only got 3. So we got up 2 levels. Should have re-rolled some of the 3s, it looks like. But that's not so bad. Unfortunately, I've got my single 6. Oh, it's a 6. I'm still in it. So the 6, our progress we made in the first round, I've undone that slightly. We've gone back to, we started with 6. But we don't take a wound. Amazing. We're still in it. We still haven't defeated anyone. We've come a little bit closer, but we haven't defeated anyone. You can see these games could potentially take a while. Okay, at the end of the round, I get all the dice back that I used here. And I get the bottom dice on the exhaustion track. I'm going to assume these don't stay like that forever. And then we're ready to start the next round. We're doing slightly better than we started because you start with 8 dice and I've got 9 now. So hopefully we should be able to do some damage. I'm just assessing the situation to see what would be good. Because now all of the enemies but 1 are on that. If we fail to hit them, if we get hit by them, we take a wound, we lose our last life, game over. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Let's go. Okay. 3 4s, a 5, 2 6s, it's 2 and a 3. That is a pretty bad roll because we've got 4 singles. So, oh dear. Okay, let's re-roll these. No. Okay, let's re-roll all the 4s. We want a 2, a 3, and a 5. Oh, I've dropped one on the floor. Nightmare. Well, we got a 5. We got another 1. We got a 4 and a 6. We got to stay each one. This is horrible. 2 5s, 2 6s, 2 2s, a 4 and a 3. No, that's still 2 wounds. That's still 1 wound, but 1 wound is enough. Let's re-roll the 2s. A 3 and a 5. Oh, I still take 1 wound. Still take 1 wound from the 4. Okay, this looks bad. We'll go around again. 2 3s on number 3. Doesn't even hit him. Even though it counts as 4 dice because they're yellow. I need 5 to hit him. Unfortunate. 4, that looks like we're going to take our wound. Talk about that in a second. Looks like I'm dead. 4 5s. Great. Do some damage to number 5. And 2 6s. No damage to number 6. He's tough. But yeah, this wound here. We've got to exhaust 1 dice. We got to lose 1 health. Game over. And we would reset his battle marker. But I've reached the death track. There's a little skull there to indicate that I have died. So you've only got really 5 life in this game. So it's a pretty tough single player game. It's interesting because normally in reroll dice games you've got like a limit on your number of rerolls, but this time they limit the rerolls based on what exactly you roll. So it's interesting. I like the theming. I like the sort of the characters could be a bit more diverse, but it passes the time. I think there aren't many games out there that are just for one player, and of those games is probably the best one I've played. Really enjoyed it. Want to beat it. There are a lot more modules as well to up the complexity, so I look forward to playing those. Anyway, if you have Proving Grounds, I'd give it a go. If not, maybe pick it up. Thanks for watching.